What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? My name is JeffLightsyJr. This is the JeffLightsYJr YouTube show right here on the Victory Formation Sports Show, technically, right here on YouTube. Be sure to come on in, tell a friend to tell a friend. We're going to have a good time tonight. You can be able to call in 727-731-8723, 727-731-8723, because today we're going to be previewing the Jackson State versus Texas Southern game. Yes, Coach Prime and JSU's headed down to Houston. They're probably there already. They're going to be taking on Andrew Body, Coach McKinney, and the Texas Southern Tigers. So sit back, relax, and let's enjoy the show. Let's have a fun, decent conversation. Let's start it right after the bumper. Stay tuned. What's good, good people? What is good, good people? Go ahead in the chat. Drop your name, where you're from, what team you represent. Your name, where you're from, your team you represent, as we will be talking about tonight, a preview to the Jackson State versus Texas Southern game. This is a game that will be played down at Texas Southern. This is a game that, according to Texas Southern Athletics, is officially a sellout. Yes, this is a game that is officially a sellout. This is pretty crazy. Pretty good. Pretty cool to see that. We're going to pull up that article, talk about that. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Like the stream, share the stream. Yes, this game is the let's shout out to Palm Tree Media. This game is to take off. This game is going to be interesting. Shout out to Mississippi in the house, professional cleaning. Hey, shout out your business, man. We got Detroit. What's up, Teresa? Teresa from Detroit is in the building. What's up? Come on in. Tell a friend to come on in, because this is going to be a game. This is a game. Okay, she's at Jackson State. Teresa's rocking with JSU. I'm sure a ton of you guys that'll come on in here. Jonathan, he's rocking with JSU. Shout out to Jonathan, man. Shout out to you guys. Ton of you guys are going to be rocking with JSU, and that's expected because Jackson State has been blowing the doors off everybody this year. Let me go ahead and pull out this article, and we're going to read a little bit from this article. Let me see. Let's go ahead and talk about the actual sellout. So TSU, Texas Southern Athletics, tweeted this out earlier. They tweeted this out. It says, TSU Jackson State tickets officially sold out. Yes, they are officially sold out. And then when we come over here to the actual article, it says tickets for Saturday's highly anticipated Texas Southern football contest against Jackson State at 6 p.m. inside of PNC Stadium are officially sold out. So shout out to you guys down there in Houston. Shout out to the Texas Southern fans. Shout out to the JSU fans for making this game officially a sellout. Any tickets available for Jackson State contest on various ticket websites are a result of secondary market, which is not affiliated with Texas Southern University. Tickets for next week's finale against Grambling State at PNC Stadium are available on SeatGeek. So they're like, hey, y'all sold out this game. Go ahead and try to sell out the Grambling game. Grambling coming into town next week. While y'all on this website, here's the ticket link. You feel me? Click that link. Let's go ahead and sell out the Grambling game. I ain't mad at them. At all. If y'all getting a sellout, why not try to sell out the other games? Smart. That is smart on their part, as they should be trying to sell out the other games. Let me read some of your comments. We say we got Houston. We got Houston in the house, in the building. Palm Trees from Jersey. JSU going undefeated, baby. It gets real spicy at the end. You might have a rematch against Southern, and we'll talk about that too. Grand Prairie, Texas, headed to Houston tomorrow. Shout out to JD from D. Robert, JSU, Fort Hood, Texas here. What up, Melvin? What's going on, Melvin? DJ, shout out to my line brother, DJ McCormick, TSU for the upset. I don't know about that, DJ. I don't know about that one. I don't know if Texas Southern. So here's the reason why I'm not so sure if Texas Southern can get this win. Texas Southern is 4-4 on the year. They're 3-2 in conference. Now, they have 4 losses on the year, but 2 of them are to FBS opponents. One being North Texas out of the both being Sun Belt teams. North Texas, or not Sun Belt, Conference USA. Conference USA teams. North Texas out of Conference USA and UTSA out of Conference USA. So they play 2 FBS opponents out of Conference USA. But in the conference, now if you guys remember, preseason, the 2 teams picked to finish last in the SWAC. On one side was Mississippi Valley. They've yet to get a win. And on the other side was Texas Southern. And you guys remember what I told you. I said, I went on record. You can go and pull it up. I said, I can guarantee you neither one of those teams will finish last. Well, I was wrong about Valley. I was really optimistic and high on Valley before the season. Valley had some big upset wins at the end of last year. I thought they'd roll that momentum into this year and they'd have a better season. This ain't been too good for Valley. But Texas Southern has lived up to the billing. This includes a 24-0 win over Southern. This includes a 24-7 win over Pine Bluff. This includes a 34-27 win over Alcorn before Alcorn started to spiral a little bit. Alcorn is starting to spiral just a tad bit. So I knew this team would be better than they were projected. But this week they're playing JSU. And the JSU team is a different kind of monster. Now, here are the problems that JSU presents any team, and not just Texas Southern, but these are the problems that they present any team. And shout out to you guys. And if you want to call in here, you can go ahead and hit that number 727-731-8721, 727-731-8723. I said 21, 8723. Here's the problems that JSU presents to any team. Well, one, they have the most ferocious defense in all of FCS. The players on their defense, Reagan, Aubrey Miller, they're getting the kid Big Country involved. Travis Hunter, of course. Nugget. Shiloh's back. The guys are making plays all over the field. Mercier got a sack last week. They got depth. Multiple players. Devontae Davis. Guys are coming in. True Thompson has gotten healthy. They've got players all over the field. Barron Thompson goes out there and smacks dudes around. They've got ballers all over the field. And then when they go on offense, this year, as opposed to last year, they can block people. They couldn't block anybody last year. Shador's a year better. His mobility is outstanding this year. He had 2 rushing touchdowns last week against Southern. And they have the ultimate weapon in Savion Wilkerson. Dallas Daniels and those guys make plays on the outside. And Savion Wilkerson is a grinder. He is a guy that wears down teams. He hits you 4 yards, 5 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards. Boom, pops a big one. 4 yards, 8 yards, 7 yards, 9 yards, 4 yards, boom, pops a big one. And that is the problem that JSU presents to any team, and that'll include Texas Southern. Now, if you look at Texas Southern games this year, let's just take a look at their schedule, because we got to focus on Texas Southern because we know what JSU is bringing to the table. Now, if you look at Texas Southern's games this year, if you just exclude the FBS team, so that's North Texas, exclude UTSA. Their game against Prairie View, gave up a ton of points. Now, it was the first game of the season, and Prairie View at times has shown that they can score a bunch of points. They gave up 40 points in a loss. Now, Southern, they came in, smacked Southern around the field. But let's look at their more recent contests. Let's look at their last 3 games. They shown they were all close. A 16-13 loss to Alabama State, a 24-17 win over Pine Bluff, and a 34-27 win over Alcorn. Well, we're kind of finding out that Alcorn isn't the team that we thought they were. Alcorn came out and was running all over people. Running all over folks. Howard was just giving folks the business. And he's kind of slowing down a little bit. He looked awful. Well, the whole team looked awful against Grambling last week. And he just didn't look the same. You look at the Pine Bluff. Now, Pine Bluff has been able to score some points on some different people. Pine Bluff, they fired the coach, and this was a close game. The problem with Texas Southern, their defense has shown that they can give up points. 27 points to Alcorn. 17 points isn't a lot, and 16 isn't a lot to Alabama State, but those offenses aren't the most high-powered. Pine Bluff doesn't have the most high-powered offense. You got a 7-point win. Alabama State is hit or miss. They're still trying to figure things out on the offensive side of the ball. The defense is pretty good over there at Alabama State. The offense is still hit. D. Davis and those guys, they still aren't consistent, and you weren't able to score more than 13 points. Now, the defense is good, but their Alabama State defense ain't this JSU defense. That Pine Bluff offense ain't this JSU offense. That Alcorn State offense ain't this JSU offense. Now the Lincoln, you kind of got to throw that one out. That's a Division II school. That ain't, you know what I'm saying? That ain't really what it is. Shout out to you guys. Yeah, get the likes up, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're building our following back up. Shout out to you guys that typing in with me. So what I'm saying is that JSU team is going to have chances. That JSU team is going to have chances to score. And people keep asking about Malachi Wideman. Let's have a real conversation about Malachi Wideman. Because one of the most things in my comments I got the most from you guys, shout out to you guys, you the viewers, y'all really are tapped into the show, is where the hell is Malachi Wideman? And you know what? I don't have an answer for you. Like, I'm wondering the same thing. Now, what I can say, just from the videos that are being put out by the JSU camp, Deion Jr., the pregame show, Coach Prime's Instagram, whatever, it seems as if Malachi is in good spirits. And I've had Malachi on the show. I've talked to Malachi. I know Malachi's people. He's a good kid. And one thing I can say about him is that he is not someone that's pouting about not getting playing time. Obviously, he doesn't like it. Obviously, he'd much rather be playing. And to me, he's still the most talented receiver on this team. I know Dallas Daniels is having the best season. I know Kevin Coleman was highly rated. I know Willie Gaines has come in and made some big plays. Shane Hooks has made some awesome, spectacular plays. To these eyeballs right here, I'm just going off the eyeball test. Malachi Wideman is still the most talented receiver on this team, without question. Malachi Wideman, he was a 4-star basketball player. He was a 4-star football player. He's won dunk contests. His athleticism out of this world, and he scored 12 touchdowns last year, and he played the first 4 games. So he's that talented. The problem is that this group is doing great without him, and he shot himself in the foot. When you don't get your grades right, which is a form of integrity, it's very hard to get on the field when a group is doing as great as JSU's wide receiver group is doing. Now, if you guys have some inside information, leave it in the chat. Let me know something that I don't know. Shout out to James. Shout out to James Ball. What up, James? What up, James? Will says he dressed the last couple of games just low on the depth. But yes, he's low on the depth chart because he shot himself in the foot by not having his grades right. And the problem I had with Malachi, and I tell Malachi, I'll tell his peoples, because I know his peoples, they're really, really good people. It's like, dude, you are too talented to not be playing. And the only thing that will keep Malachi, or I would have told him this, that will keep you from not playing, is not having your grades right. Because Malachi, from what I understand, he's not a kid that's going to get in trouble. He's not a kid that's going to do something stupid as far as like off the field, put himself in harm's way, get himself in trouble, do something like of that nature. But grades, that'll bench anybody. Grades will bench anybody. And he is too talented. Like, Malachi's an NFL wide receiver. I don't know if we can say that about everybody on JSU's team, but Malachi at 6'4", 6'5", with that 39, 40, 41-inch vertical, with the hands, ball placement, IQ. He is that good. He's an NFL wide receiver. If the scouts come to JSU and they just line up the receivers and they just look at him, now they just looking at him, he looks the part. They see him play. He stands out. They look at his tape from last year. They're like, yo, this dude is a stud. And last year was his redshirt freshman. He was a freshman. And so my thing is, it's hard because Shedeur has this special chemistry with Dallas Daniels. So you're not getting him off the field. Shane Hooks has made some amazing plays this year. And then Willie Gaines plays the slot really well. He's your burner over the top. And so how can Malachi crack the lineup? Can Malachi crack the lineup 9 games into the season? I don't know if he can. I don't know. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And this team, this offense is rolling. It's rolling with the guys that are currently been playing. It's rolling with the guys who have been there all year. It's rolling with the guys who did their work in the classroom. It's rolling with the guys who made sure that they were available. Who is rolling with the guys who didn't mess up. And Malachi messed up. And when you mess up, and here's the thing, that's the thing about great teams, and this JSU team is a great team. It's going to, I mean, if it continues to do what it's doing with the points per game it's scoring, with the defense playing the way it's playing, it's on track to be one of the best teams in SWAC history. It's on track on paper. Now, they have to finish the job, but it's hard it's really, really hard. When you lose your job on a great team, it's hard to get it back. It's really, really hard to get it back. Look at Trevante Rucker. Trevante Rucker, shout out to you guys, man. We come in here heavy. Hit that thumbs up button as you come in. Trevante Rucker, who was a true freshman last year. Trevante Rucker, Malachi was the best. Trevante Rucker was one of my favorite last year. You see Trevante Rucker getting in garbage time, making plays that other dudes that start can't even make. He came in against that touchdown pass he caught against Southern. Everybody on JSU can't make that play. The touchdown pass. Let me know in the chat that you know what I'm talking about. The touchdown catch that Trevante Rucker made. Hell, it made Mr. Go 30. It made his highlight reel. Like, everybody can't make this play. Let me see if I can pull it up. And he can't get on the field. Trevante Rucker had Power 5 offers, and he can't even get on the field. This is how deep this team is. This is how talented this team is. This is how good this team is. This is how stacked that wide receiver room is. Yes, Trevante Rucker's number 15. Yes. And so so when you mess up, and sometimes you don't even have to mess up. Sometimes the other guys just beat you out. But in Wideman's case, when you mess up, it's hard to climb up that depth chart, especially 6, 7, 8. Now we're 9 games into the season. He came off suspension, 6 games in? After game 4 or 5? They played 4 or 5 games. And now they're at game 9. It's going to be hard, man. It's hard. Says Wideman is probably so far down the chart right now. None of his teammates are doing bad to warrant pushing him back up. Exactly. And that is unfortunate because I personally believe he's the best wide receiver on the team. I do. I think Dallas Daniels is good. Dallas Daniels is like a good player. He ain't Malachi Wideman. Willie Gaines, good player. Shane Hooks, good players. They ain't Malachi Wideman. Hell, Shane Hooks was on the team last year, and he wasn't Malachi Wideman. Shane Hooks played in those first 4 games that Malachi wasn't able to play because he came to the team late. And Malachi still led the team in touchdown catches. So that, it sucks, man, because I really want to see him on the field because I really do believe he has a chance to be a pro. I really do believe Malachi's a pro. Y'all better get used to this in the SWAC. Get used to what? Shout out to Genesis Kings. He was in for a couple seconds during homecoming. Yeah, a couple seconds ain't gonna get you drafted. A couple seconds ain't gonna get you to the NFL. A couple seconds, and Malachi is an NFL athlete. See, Rucker, Davis both can't. They're young. Most of the top guys are seniors. Yeah, Aaron, you got some points. Like Dallas won't be there. Dallas Daniels won't be there next year. He'll be off playing professional football somewhere. But and that's the beauty. So Rucker is only a true sophomore. Malachi's a redshirt sophomore. So both of those guys, as long as they're happy, as long as they don't hit the portal, they'll be back next year. And Shedeur obviously will be back next year. But you got, just on this team, and they want to get Travis involved too. Forgot about Travis playing receiver. They want to get Travis the ball. So imagine that. Malachi has to beat out not only the receivers that play receiver every down, then you have to beat out this freakazoid athlete in Travis Hunter to try to get some playing time too. It's tough, man. That is a tough call. What do you guys, I'm interested. If you want to call in or if you want to just put in the chat, what do you guys believe could be the downfall? What would it take? I'll tell you my point, and then I want to hear you guys' point. What would it take for a team to beat JSU this year? Do you guys honestly believe? Let's look at JSU's schedule. Do you guys honestly believe there's a team on Jackson State's schedule this year that can beat them? And you can include the SWAC championship in a potential celebration bowl. Pick whoever you want. Pick whoever you think will come out the MEAC. Whether it's Howard, North Carolina Central, South Carolina State. Do you guys, I'm curious, do you guys honestly think that anybody else has a chance of beating Jackson State? After they got past Campbell, which is the toughest task this year, and they curb stomped the heck out of Texas Southern. I mean, not Texas Southern, sorry. Southern. Do you guys think that anyone is beating Jackson State this year? Or even has a chance to beat Jackson State this year? And see, they got, let me show. So they got Alabama A&M. They got in the Gulf Coast Classic. Then they got the rival in Alcorn. Then they got the SWAC championship SWAC Championship in Jackson. I'll be there, by the way. I told you guys, I'm a man of my word. I will be at the SWAC Championship in Jackson. But do you guys think that any of these teams have a realistic chance of beating Jackson State? I don't know. And then, of course, Celebration Bowl is December 17th in Atlanta. It could be a rematch against South Carolina State. North Carolina Central's look good this year. Howard is currently still undefeated in the MEAC. So there's a bunch of factors, a bunch of stuff going on with the MEAC. The MEAC is wild, by the way. Like I said, South Carolina State just got curb stomped by Morgan State. You got South Carolina State also beat North Carolina Central. And then currently Howard, now they only play like 4 conference games in that conference, but Howard is currently 2-0. Now they still got to play the other 2 teams, but they're currently undefeated. So they're currently the leaders. And so, like, I'm not so sure. I'm not sure what'll happen, what's happening over there in the MEAC, but it is. Let's go, Valley. I'm rooting for you, Valley. Valley was leading. Let me read some of your comments. MEAC is unstable. MEAC's pretty wild. No other HBCU outside of A&T has that. See, Jackson State has close to the middle of the pack of a power. Well, I don't know about that yet. So this is an interesting comment. Reese says Jackson State has talent relatively close to the middle of the pack of a Power 5 program. I'm not sure if they reached that level yet. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I don't know. Now, talent-wise, maybe. I don't know if they've reached that level as far as they would have to play a team. They would have to play a group of 5 team, I believe, before we can make this assumption. And not just play them, but beat them. They'd have to play them and beat a group of 5 team before I'd feel comfortable saying something like this. Because when we talk middle of the pack, and it depends on what conference you're talking about. Because middle of the pack, Power 5, I mean, that could be like a Louisville, right? Like let's just use Louisville. They're a middle of the pack Power 5 team. But they just went to work on a top 10 team in Wake Forest. Now, you can say, oh, Wake Forest shouldn't have been top 10, but they just went to work on Wake Forest. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know if we can do that yet. I don't know if we can do that. Alabama A&M struggling against Mississippi Valley tonight. What is the score over that? Quay Davis is Debo Samuels. He's a real game changer. We haven't seen much of him this year either. Quay Davis is a guy that hasn't seen a lot of playing time. Quay Davis is a guy who is extremely talented, who hasn't been able to crack the depth chart. He hasn't been able to break through on the depth chart. You got Alabama A&M losing to Valley right now. Hey, shout out to Valley, man. Valley, come on. Come on, Valley. Come on, 17-7. Hey, I need Valley to win, man, because I told you guys that Valley wouldn't finish last in their division. And right now they're finishing last in there. So Alabama A&M, they're struggling against Valley. Alabama A&M has played this quarterback jigsaw thing all year between Quincy Casey and Langford. And that's been weird to me. It's like, just play one guy and stick with him. Like Coach Hugh Jackson over at Grambling. He said, hey, you know what I'm saying? We're going to go with Julian Calvez the rest of the way. Right decision, in my opinion. Boom, rock with him. If that's the guy that you think is the best, rock with him. Stick with him. Don't pull him out every other series and play little games like that. That's silly to me. That's super silly to me. I never thought that was a good idea when Coach Hugh Jackson was doing it. I didn't think it was a good idea with Maynard. And I didn't ask you guys this when I did my post game last time, but did you guys see the interaction between Prime and Dooley? It was not friendly. like Prime didn't try to, you know what I'm saying? He didn't try to bro hug Dooley. I guess he learned from, you know what I'm saying, if the energy's not there, he learned from the incident with Eddie Robinson Jr. because he didn't try to bring it in with Dooley. He kept Dooley at arm's length. You feel me? He just gave Dooley the standard coach handshake and kept it moving. Now, I don't know if it's because, you know what I'm saying, he didn't like what Dooley's players were saying. And another question for the audience, for you guys, let me know. Did Dooley ever address the video that came out of Jordan Lewis and his players saying that they were, talking about Coach Prime's foot and talking about snatching Shador's chain and saying F you and all that? Did Dooley ever address that? Because during the media session on Monday, nobody asked him, which, it is what it is. Nobody did ask him. But did Dooley ever address it? Because I don't remember him ever saying anything. Like, I don't remember Coach Dooley ever saying, like, yo, like, that's unacceptable. And I have a question for the audience, too. You can call in and say, or you can leave it in the chat. So I don't think he did. A bunch of no's. Okay, bunch of no's. And he said he didn't dap him up because of the Southern video. Absolutely, I get that. I can completely understand that. But do you guys believe? Now, some of the folks in my comments are saying like, "Yo, they believe that the SWAC should step in and like do something about that." I don't think the SWAC should. I think that should be up to the individual institutions. There wasn't a fight because of it, but if there was a fight because of it, maybe I could see the SWAC stepping in. But because Prime was able to get his guys onto the field, into the locker room, and there was no fisticuffs, no blows being thrown, no fights, no nothing like that. I see why the SWAC didn't step in. I wouldn't have stepped in and said no, never said anything. Okay, see, and I don't like that. I don't like that Dooley. So yeah, a bunch of no's. I don't like that Dooley never said anything. Because you can't just have a video out there of your team and one of your best players, Jordan Lewis. And I hate that for Jordan Lewis. One, it was very stupid. And two, Jordan Lewis is trying to get drafted. Jordan Lewis is trying to make it to the NFL. Jordan Lewis is looking for a professional football career. Jordan Lewis is a guy that just a couple of years ago won the Ray Buchanan Award. Now, he's never hit that level of play since then. But he's a guy looking to get in the NFL. He's a guy that looking to make football profession a career. And to have a video out about like that public, you know he's going to get asked about it, whether it's at the pro day, whether it's, they're going to ask his coach about it. If he goes down to the Senior Bowl, if he goes to the HBCU Combine, the HBCU Bowl game, East-West Shrine game, all of these different postseason games, all-star games, things that he can go showcase his talent and chances of trying to make it to the NFL, they're going to ask him about that video. Like that's how it works. Like that is how it works. Shout out to the super chat, man. TSU grad here, TSU 24. JSU. Whoa! Lawrence got a big. I salute Coach Prime at JSU. I'm happy we at TSU are able to ride the wave. I'm surprised Coach Dooley didn't publicly call out those players. Shout out to Lawrence, man. Bless you, Lawrence. Yeah, Coach. Now, TSU, you're picking an upset. Lawrence, I need to know. Lawrence, call in, please. I need to know why you think TSU can beat Jackson State. Like, I'm not saying that they can't. Well, I am saying I don't think they got to play the game, right? They have to go out there and play the game. But I want to hear from you. Lawrence, I want to hear from you. And shout out to you once again. But I want to hear from you. Why do you believe Texas Southern can hold JSU to 20 points, and two, get 24 points on them and win the game? Because the most points JSU has given up this year was 24 to Grambling, right? Like, think about this. This is how crazy this JSU team has been this year. The most points they've given up this year was 24 to Grambling, right? They gave up 24 points to Grambling. That's the most points they've given up all year. They won that game by 42 points. They gave up 24 points to Grambling and won that game by 42 points. They scored 66 points in that game. Valley scores again. Shout out to Valley, man. Caleb Johnson, young alpha man. Valley's got a couple of alphas on their team. Yes, I'm biased. I am in the greatest fraternity in the history of the world. So, of course, I'm biased. And, of course, I'm going to root for the young alpha men. And we need more young alphas on some of these football teams. That is my mission to all the alpha chapters at Alcorn, the alpha chapters at Southern, the alpha chapters at Texas Southern, the alpha chapters at Jackson State. Hey, hit me up. Let's do something, man. We need some more of these brothers on these football team to pledge A5A. You see this good brother over my shoulder, over my left shoulder? Yes, he's a good alpha man. He is a very good alpha man. It's a couple of alpha men in this great photo too. You know what I'm saying? So we need that's my pitch to the alpha chapters at the different institutions in the SWAC, FAMU, UAPB, Bethune-Cookman, all of them. We need some more alpha brothers playing football. It's too many Qs, too many Kappas, too many Sigmas, not enough alphas. But that's my spiel for. I'm done with that. I'm sorry, I kind of got off on a tangent. That's my bad, y'all. Hey, shout out, Ski Fi in the building. Shout out to the JSU Tiger 06. JSU gonna put up a. Let me get some score predictions. Score predictions to Jackson State. Score predictions on Jackson State, Texas Southern, and then I'll probably get up out of here. If I had to pick a score, I like Andrew Body a lot. I've been in contact with Andrew Body. I try to get Andrew Body on the show. Hopefully we can get Andrew Body on the show at some point. Sponsor. DJ, hey, loan me a few dollars and I'll sponsor some folks, DJ. Yes, I'll sponsor some folks if you loan me a few dollars. I ain't got it like that. But TSU grab, we're not winning the game. But anyway, my score prediction for JSU's Texas Southern. I hate predicting blowouts, man, because I feel like that's messed up. And I know all of these young men work hard. I know these coaches coach hard. I just don't. The key for JSU, I think Jackson State, at some point, they got to start off fast, right? Like at some point, they can't come out the gate lackadaisical. And I think they'll be hyper-focused. The coach isn't letting them leave the damn hotel because of what happened. Rest in peace, Takeoff down in Houston. He's not letting them leave the hotel. And so, therefore, they're going to be, I think, hyper-focused, hyper-locked in, looking to get a win and get back on the plane and head back to Jackson, Mississippi. So, I would say I think this game will be like 35-7, 42-14, somewhere. I'm going to go 42-14. 42-14, Jackson State. I think they come in, they score their points, they get in, they get out. Let me look at some of your score predictions. Let's see. Let me look. JSU Delta 5, fall 92. Oh, say, hey, shout out to Hike Consulting, man. Hike Consulting, Delta 5. So that's the chapter at JSU. I'm going to have to hit up the Delta 5 bros when I come to the SWAC championship. If any other Delta 5 bros are in this chat right now or watching this video, hit me up because I'm going to link with you guys when I get down there, man. Hit me up, the Delta 5 bros at JSU. But anyway, I'm going to look at some of your score predictions. TSU students, alumni, and fans, just enjoy the atmosphere. Just enjoy the atmosphere in the parties. Oh my God. 42-6. Ooh. 49-10. He told me what? Tell me what? 60-7. Ooh, you guys think this is gonna get ugly. 45-7. JSU in the 50-piece wing dinner. Oh my God. 52-12. 47-0. Ooh, shoot. Y'all think they're gonna skunk them? JSU, and I did say 42. I'm going to go 42-7 because Jackson State don't like giving up touchdowns, and they kind of get mad at each other when they give up a touchdown. Texas Southern destroyed Grambling. Upset City. Texas Southern. Okay, you're trolling. El Hombre, you got to be trolling if you think they're going to skunk them. 45-14. Okay. 42-10. Man, we're getting a lot of score predictions. Salute to Lawrence. Salute to Lawrence. Hey, shout out to Lawrence, man. Hey, shout out to Lawrence. It could get real ugly. Ooh. I'm looking at these score predictions. Y'all really think it is going to get ugly. 50-0, Donut City. Yeah, Jackson State fans, because there's a lot of y'all in here. Shout out to y'all, man. Continue to hit that thumbs up button. Shout out 30-20. Okay, we got a reasonable score. 30-24. Now, here's the thing. Because JSU plays man coverage, if Texas Southern is able to hold up a little bit, the scrambling ability, I've seen El Haj Malik early in games, he gave JSU problems, right? Like a little bit early in the game and then late in the game, his scrambling ability was able to create some points for Campbell. I saw El Haj Malik. Andrew Body's a great athlete. Andrew Body can also spin it. If the Texas Southern offensive line can provide any kind of protection, it's easier said than done. It's easy for me to say it behind this microphone with headphones on in the comfort of my own home. But if as opposed to blocking the actual guys, but if the Texas Southern offensive line is able to hold the fort and allow Andrew Body to get some time to be able to scramble, because Andrew Body's really good with his legs, he's gonna have to make some plays with his leg. And that's the thing I didn't like about Bashawn McCray last week. Let's rewind to the Southern game. Bashawn McCray didn't make enough plays with his legs. He threw too many 50-50 balls. One of them at the end got intercepted by Shiloh, which great play by Nugget. He threw too many 50-50 balls, and he didn't make enough plays with his legs. And then I watched the vlog done by Travis, and Travis was like, yo, 88's their best receiver, they won't even throw him the ball. And then the one time they threw him the ball, he dropped it. He would have had an easy 6, 7, 8-yard catch, and he dropped it. Like, bro, like, you got an eye putting a dog putting a seatbelt on you, putting the clamps on you all game, and you get a chance to catch a ball, make a play, and you drop it. Come on, man. Come on, dog. Like, come on, man. And then by the time any plays that were made besides the Trevante Rucker catch, because that was awesome. But any plays that were made after the weather delay, they might as well not even count. unless they were touchdowns like Trevante Ruckers, and his play was nasty. Like, that was a play. Literally, I don't even know if many other people in the entire conference could have made that catch, let alone even on JSU's own team. That's why it's like, dang, these are the talent. That's the talent that's sitting on the bench for JSU. Trevante Rucker made that catch, one of the best catches all year. I think Shane Hooks had the best catch, but one of the best catches from any player on Jackson State this entire season, and he's on the bench. That dude's on the bench. That's how talented this team is, man. That's how talented. Body's going to be running all day. He's going to have to make plays with his leg. 45-0 Antoine. Woo. It's really hard to shut out a team with the dual threat quarterback. This is true, Reese, except we've seen Jackson State do it. They just did it last week. Brashawn McCray, dual threat quarterback. Brashawn McCray, really able to make plays with his leg. Brashawn McCray, and still wasn't able to do it. Wasn't able to get on the scoreboard. Hell, Southern actually got a possession. Remember when JSU went for it early and 4th down on like their own 35-yard line? Southern got the ball on the 35-yard line and walked away with 0 points. 4 downs, they went backwards, all 3 plays, and then got a field goal blocked. So, man, oh man, defense is too fast. Shout out to Mrs. Body. Shout out to Mrs. Body, man. She's a really, really nice lady. JSU defensive line ain't going for that. Now, and that's what I'm saying. If Texas Southern, like I said, easier said by me than done actually on the field, if they're able to hold up just for a little bit, I think Andrew Body can make some plays and this game could get interesting. But if they're getting blown off the ball, they don't have a chance in hell. Mississippi Valley 20. Hey, we need to root on Valley. I need Valley to get a dub. I said they wouldn't finish last in the conference. I said they wouldn't finish last in their division, and they've proven me wrong. Not right, but wrong. So I need for them to get the upset win over Alabama A&M. Would love to see that. Texas Southern can come out hot on fire. JSU does start off slow. This is true. Their offense starts off slow. Their defense shows up to play every game. Except the Grambling game, they gave up a big touchdown early. Outside of that JSU defense, it travels. And that's the thing. I've talked about this in previous lives. Defense travels. Defense travels. It's always hard to win on the road. No matter where you're playing. JSU struggled at Alabama State. It's hard to win on the road. I'm not going to act like that doesn't matter, especially when it's a sold-out crowd. Shout out to you guys at Texas Southern. I think your stadium seats, how many? It seats like 20, 22,000, 25,000, somewhere around there, between 20 and 25,000. You guys sold it out. And so a sold-out environment, it's on the road, it's a conference game. You got a dual threat quarterback that is really, really good in Andrew Body. You have a chance in this game. It's a lot going on in Houston right now, but you guys have a chance to come out and make a statement in this game. I'll be tapped in, man. I really do. I really believe that. But if you start off slow, or if you allow that JSU defense to come out and make some plays early, it could be a long game. It could be a very long game. Jackson State, on the other hand, you know why I think JSU starts off slow? They don't give the ball to Savion Wilkerson to start the game. Just hit people in the mouth. Hit people in the mouth from the start of the game. You won't start off slow. Savion Wilkerson, if he gets the first 3 carries of the game, that'll eliminate your starting off slowness. That'll kill all of that. That'll stop all of that. If you're able to, but JSU comes out, they like to get Shador, going, and they try to throw the ball over the field. And sometimes, and I'm glad Prime said it, because when I said it, y'all made it seem like I was hating. I was like, sometimes they throw the ball too much. Like, you have arguably the best running back in the entire conference. Give him the damn ball. Just here, catch it, clap, catch it, hand the ball off. Just here you go. Here you go. And he's going to make them folks think twice about making a play. He's going to make them folks think twice about making a tackle. He's going to make them folks think twice about trying to bring him down. Touchdown, Alabama A&M. Boo. My sister works at Valley. I'm JSU. I want Valley to win. I think we all want Valley to win. Southern's offense was garbage. Southern's offense was pretty bad, man. Southern's offense was pretty bad. I'm going to read a few more of your comments, and I'm going to get up out of here. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, guys. Shout out to y'all, man. We're in here heavy. We're in here real heavy. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. See, calling it now. You have one big play on offense, and that's it, just like all the past teams. Their top wide receiver receiver, will have to go down Hunters Avenue, and he will get his first pick. Number 2 wide receiver will be on Nugget Island. Guess we'll have to see if that happens. So you guys, so Aaron, you think Travis will get his first pick this week? Guess we'll have to wait and see. He's been wanting it. He's been wanting it. I think, like I said, I already predicted my score 42-7. 42-7 is what I think the score will be. 42-7 is what I think the score will be. But I think it could be more competitive. It could be more competitive if Texas Southern is able to score early. Valley, when they played JSU, they scored early. They didn't score again. Southern had a good chance to score early. They butchered it. They had the ball at their own 30, 35-yard line. They butchered it. If Texas Southern with Andrew Body, with that team that's had some big wins this year, if they're able to get on the board and make some plays, they have to be able to hold up a little bit up front, though. Once again, way easier said than done. If they can hold up a little bit, I think Andrew Body can go out there and make some plays with his legs, make some plays through the air. He'll give him a puncher's chance. It's not much of a chance, but he'll give him a puncher's chance. 42-7 is my prediction. Thank you guys for tuning in. We've been on here about 40 minutes, 42 minutes. Go ahead and hit that like button. Once again, my name is JeffLightsyJr. with Victory Formation Sports Show. Also, we're on the road. We're trying to get more members. We're doing a members campaign all of November. So if you become a member, come the start of December, we're doing giveaways, doing all kinds of giveaways. We got some stuff in the pipeline, guys. I have a big secret. I just can't tell you just yet, but I have a really, really big secret. And sooner than later, I'll be able to tell you what that secret is. Let me read a few more of your comments, then I'm going to get out of here. Yes, sir, Andrew Body. Just might try them. Let's see. They just broke into Shadur's car. Whoa. Already know he is ready to have somebody pay. Dang, they broke into Shadur's car. Yikes. I heard there was a lot of car break-ins. Now you got me nervous, man, because I'm coming for the SWAC championship game, but I heard there was a lot of car break-ins during the Southern game. I heard folks was breaking in cars during the Southern game. I ain't like that. I ain't like the sound of that. Breaking into cars, they done broke into Shadur's car. That's rough, man. Hey, Jackson, hey, we got to get it together, man. AJ Bennett, Texas Southern Workers, elite track athlete. We need to keep Travis on him. Okay. I'm be AJ Bennett. We'll have to tap in, make sure I check for him. Get to the game early because the World Series minimum part is right down the street. And wow, okay. Shout out to Kingdom Ambassador. Shout out to Eddie, man. Stop it. 24. Any given Saturday. 32-7. Shout out to DJ, man. Said, I hope Strahan show up for the game at Texas Southern where Strahan attended. That would be nice. If Strahan attended the game, that would be nice. Oh, see, wow. Where are the fans at the stadium empty on Thursday night? Jeff bet JSU gets a game like this. It sells out. Yeah, you're probably right about that. That was Shiloh's truck. They broke into Shiloh's truck? Dang, that's rough, y'all. That's rough. That's the one thing I heard. As somebody in my comments, they said they don't like when Shador, mainly Shador, shows off all that jewelry and stuff because there's envious and jealous people that, and I kind of agree with that. They're real flashy, and that's nothing wrong with that. Like, if you got it, you're able to do what you want. The problem with flossing a lot, though, that you make yourself a target, and you heard the way the Southern guys were talking. And the thing is, they're not the only people to feel that way. They're just the only people to put out a video. And so, so that is just also a thing. So that's just something to think about. Park inside the gate. You good. Got to get there early. Okay. So they weren't bringing in the cars in the parking lot. Okay. That's news to me. See, I don't know these things. But when I come down there, no worries about someone bring in your car that was disgruntled Southern fans. Oh, man. Yikes. Shiloh's in Aubrey's truck. Woo. That's rough, man. Get a parking pass. I'll get a parking pass. I'll be sure to get a parking pass. See, Strahan will get a front row seat to a boat. See, trolling. Why and how Jackson State got to win a game by that? It's any given Sunday. Okay. I got you. So you did the park. Shout out to the parking idea. Shout out to you guys for letting me know where to park. Park in the general parking area, not a mile away. Okay. I'll get there early. So, okay. Well, we had a bunch of you guys. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Once again, my name is Jeff LightsyJr. with the Victory Formation Sports Show. Shout out to all you guys tuning in. 42-7 is my prediction for the JSU Texas Southern game. Leave your prediction in the comments down below. Shout out to you guys, man, once again. and I will see you next time. Peace.